In my heart is the road, and I will not be troubled. In my heart is the road. Bless my feet on the journey to the place of peace, to the place of peace. Welcome, everybody. My name, as you all know, is Reverend Simon Ruth Devoyle. I'm an interfaith, interspiritual singing minister, and this is Chants Prayers, a gathering that's been going on online since the pandemic. And today is episode 283, and it's technically our quiet service, but I woke up with something burning on my heart, so I'm going to talk for a little bit before we go into quiet. But let's open in prayer. I've used this once before. It's a lovely prayer written by my friend Christine Walters-Paintner from Abbey of the Arts. It's from her new book, Everyday Blessings. Holy One, inspire the eyes of our hearts to see ourselves as beloved just as we are. Help us remember there is nothing we need to do to be worthy or loved. That everything magical and alive in this stunning world pulses within us as well. Each of us is blessed by the simple fact of being created by you. Our belovedness, as close as our own breath. As your children, ordinary, weird and quirky, we are precious in your sight. By the fact of our existence, we have a share in your being, alongside mineral and mountain, river and flow, the tide ebbing and rising. The fire of constellations burns within us, as does the breath of your inspiration. Infuse our dreams with visions of a world where everyone is loved, just as we are, the tender and trembling parts, welcome alongside the bold and bewitching ones. Your voice echoes across generations. I am who am. And we stand in that presence too, knowing ourselves as creatures destined for holiness, flesh redeemed with all our scars and wounds, the broken places shimmering with your grace. Bless the circles we stand in, that we might be seen for who we are, and see others in the light of your love. Each of us a sliver of starlight, our radiance ringing out across a galaxy of hope. Amen. Before I tell you what's burning in my heart today, let's go and hang out with some horses. I'm glad that I saw that Margaret's here, because Margaret has horses. If any of the rest of you have horses, or if you pray regularly with horses, let me know in the chat. So this was today about noon. Anna says, I have a horse. Excellent. You horse people, you're amazing. I realized a long time ago from my beloved teacher who did horse therapy, Polly, that I get really anxious around horses because they are anxious. So if the horses are calm, I am calm, but if they are in a place where it's causing them anxiety, I can experience some of the most anxious moments in my life were as a child, where there were horses in crowds, and yeah, very intense. Shannon says that she had a horse in high school and middle school. Beautiful. Okay, where are we? We're in the field with the horses, and we're about to sing. Come and find the quiet center in the crowded life we lead. Find the room for hope to enter. Find the frame where we are freed. Clear the chaos and the clutter. Clear our eyes that we can see all the things that really matter. Be Silence is a friend who claims us, cools the heat and slows the pace. God it is who speaks and names us, knows our being, touches space, making space within our thinking, lifting shades to show the sun, raising courage where we're shrinking, finding scope for faith begun. In the spirit let us travel, open to each other's pain. Let our loves and fears unravel, celebrate the space we've gained. There's a place for deepest dreaming, there's a time for hearts to care. In the spirit's lively scheming, there is always room to spare. And writes, horses are great spiritual teachers. They are. They're absolutely amazing. I will geek out one day with you all about how important prey animals are for me, for us, and especially the majestic horse as such an enormous, powerful example. I have Freya the dog, who behaves more like a prey creature than a predator. She's on the bed with me, but hopefully she will not bark too much. All right, I have something that when I was having coffee this morning, first thing in the morning, and thinking about today, I realized I wanted to talk about this. So officially, today is our quiet service, so please excuse me for trampling over that at the beginning. If you don't want to hear what I've got to say, jump ahead 5 minutes or look for the timestamps in the video description. Before we get into chanting and quiet, I want to talk about our consumption of spiritual content on YouTube and other places online too. But YouTube is the only social media that I know firsthand. And it's here on YouTube that 3/4 of you will be watching this. Hello to those who are live. You guys are the best. I'm really talking to the replay watchers right now. But I think it's wisdom for me and for all of us. I think it's really essential that we bring our energies within and ground in our own bodies, in our hearts, in our day-to-day lives and our breath as we discern truth and our path forward. So things like the quiet service that we're doing today, time in nature also, or resting in your own way, are very, very important for us in this time. I'm thinking specifically of 2026, 2027. We got on a roller coaster, an unfun ride in 2020, and we haven't got off. We're all aware that AI is creating realistic fake videos and music, but there's another cultural change that I want to talk to today. Many of us, including myself, are learning new spiritual knowledge from new teachers in new ways. Very, very long gone are the days of picking up a book or a cassette or maybe a CD from the lefty or new age bookshop. We are in a different time now. And I urge us to pause and bring in discernment in how we sift through new ideas as the algorithms present them to us. How do we take new ideas, new songs, new ways of coming together and turn them into nutritious spiritual food? So I'm urging us to pause and bring in discernment into our days as we sift through these new ideas. We live in a time akin to the invention of the printing press, where all of a sudden the world is very different to how it had been just a few years before. So in the last year and a half, I have been exposed mostly via YouTube to many new creation stories, spiritual concepts of where we're going as a species. And pretty much they all say the same thing, that we are in a great time of reckoning, a time of change, and a choice point. Some of the language that I hear people use, they talk of a new earth or a shift in dimensions. And borrowing the wisdom of the Peruvian shamans, people talk about we're changing from Homo sapiens to Homo luminous ones. Now you could say that this idea of human transformation into an enlightened, compassionate, unitive consciousness is not new. Ultimately, it's the core of Christianity. So perhaps this is actually ancient knowledge, but it is being presented as a new reality and an urgency of this time. Let me know in the chat if you've come across this also. Now, I want to talk to this because I am one of the new voices that the post-pandemic world has given a microphone and a sacred space online, and you all beautiful people show up. I'm humbled by this. But here's a pause for me as a consumer. Apart from Mirror by Star, the people that I've spent time learning from do not have any kind of formal training in education or ministry. They're just sharing their own faith. And I, for one, am all for us listening to non-professionals, lay peoples, that's what they call it within Christianity. When I lived in the Abbey, I loved it when the guests led worship. I'm all for that. But here's the piece. We need to stand in our own authority, because life is too short to take on other people's limited beliefs. And any idea we have of God is just an idea. One of the new voices that I've been listening to is a Hawaiian teacher called Keone Hanalei. And he says it really well when he says there are 8 billion authorities on the divine, each one of us. He's urging us to use our own knowledge and experience. And he reminds us that, like the whales that swim past his islands, we must sing our own song and not somebody else's. John O'Donoghue has the best intro to this, right? So this is from, no, it's that way. Where is it? That way. It's by Sounds True, Longing and Belonging, a wee snippet. Each individual comes from a different place in God, and each individual prays back to a different place in God. So, in a certain sense, each one of us believes in a different part of the divine. And we can never compare the God that we believe in to the God that somebody else believes in. Because God's relationship to each one of us is unique and individual. I adore this teaching by John O'Donoghue, that the deepest and truest spiritual knowledge is actually within our own embodied experience. And I'm urging myself, I'm preaching to the choir, you all know this, to return to that over and over again. And I don't think you'd be here for the quiet service if you didn't already know this. So please receive the ideas, meditations, and spiritual content offered online by people such as myself, and then switch off the connection. Examine your own heart. Take the teachings that you've heard, or the ideas, and hold them in the quiet of your heart. And if you are lucky enough to talk to a friend, if you've got a friend who has also heard about solar flares and the resulting change in the earth, or sonar revealing structures under the Giza pyramids, or how plasma is ether and the building blocks of matter, or the brand new one, thanks to Steven Spielberg, UFO disclosure, and this idea that we are part of a galactic and celestial intelligence. Whatever these ideas are, take them in with discernment. God reveals herself in a poignant but unrushed manner. And it's good that we take our time and distance ourselves from the video or the podcast and apply it to ourselves and our day-to-day life. Long way, very, very long way. It is almost half past. Long way of saying the chants and words I've chosen today are aimed at creating moments where we can rest in our own knowing. Hey, let me look at the chat before I move in to our quiet. Martha Louise is learning from Braiding Sweetgrass on Indigenous People's Wisdom. Oh God, I love that book. Yes. Adam agrees with me about personal resonance is so important. We each need to be consciously aware of the projections and assumptions that we put on the teachers we are exposed to. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really important that we're kind to our teachers. Now, I know a few of my teachers, such as John Philip Newell or Mirabai Starr, and the rabbi that I work with. And it's really, I want to be generous and good to my teachers. I love that wisdom. Thank you, Adam. Shane says, it is a tradition in my church to testify, to bear witness to each person's unique relationship with God, and thereby be introduced to the many, many facets of the spiritual that animates all our lives in the earth and this universe. Amen. Love it. We're all coming to church for Shane. Martha Louise is asking about the John O'Donoghue quote. Okay, let me go back there. It is from audio collection by Sounds True called Longing and Belonging, and it's a really long essay on the divine imagination. I think it's part 1 of his lecture on the divine imagination, which, if you've never come across this, can I remember? Yes, I remembered. It is an absolute gem, and there is something about the transmission of his voice that I find so much more contemplative than reading, but as you all know, I'm not a big fan of reading. Great. Okay, so we're going to go to the walk next to the horses and rest in the ground of our being, rest in the goodness of this earth, and then we'll pray for one another. Thank you for listening to what I have to say. Okay. Roseby willow herb, one of my favorite plants that I have not seen for years. I am, 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 I am. I am. I am. I am. I am. This is Thomas Merton writing in New Seeds of Contemplation. What is serious to humans is often very trivial in the sight of God. What might appear to us as play is perhaps what she herself takes most seriously. At any rate, the Lord plays and diverts herself in the garden of her creation. And if we could let go of our own obsession with what we think is the meaning of it all, we might be able to hear God's call and follow her in her majestic cosmic dance. We don't have to go very far to catch echoes of that game and that dancing. When we are alone on a starlit night, when by chance we see the migrating birds in autumn descending on a grove of junipers to rest and eat, when we see children in a moment when they are really children, when we know love in our own hearts, or when, like the Japanese poet Basho, we hear an old frog land in a quiet pond with a solitary splash. At such times, the awakening, the turning inside out of all values, the newness, the emptiness, and the purity of vision that make themselves evident provide a glimpse of the cosmic dance. For the world and time are the dance of the Lord in emptiness. The silence of the spheres is the music of a wedding feast. The more we persist in misunderstanding the phenomena of life, the more we analyze them out into strange finalities and complex purposes of our own, the more we involve ourselves in sadness, absurdity, and despair. But it does not matter much, because no despair of ours can alter the reality of things, or stain the joy of the cosmic dance, which is always there. Indeed, we are in the midst of it, and it is in the midst of us. For it beats in our very blood, whether we want it to or not. Let nothing disturb you, let nothing frighten you, everything changes, I alone remain, hold patience, for nothing is wasted, presence in all things, I'm with you in all things. Let nothing disturb you, let nothing frighten you, everything changes, I alone remain, hold patience, for nothing is wasted, presence in all things, I'm with you in all things. Let nothing disturb you, let nothing frighten you, everything nothing is wasted. Presence in all things. I'm with you in all things. Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. Everything changes. I alone remain. Hold patience, for nothing is wasted. Presence in all things. I'm with you in all things. The peace of the earth be with you, peace of the heavens too, peace of the rivers be with you, peace of the oceans too. Deep peace falling over you, God's peace growing in you. Peace of the earth be with you, peace of the heavens too, peace of the rivers be with you, peace of the oceans too. Deep peace falling over you, God's peace growing in you. Peace of the earth be with you, peace of the heavens too, peace of the rivers be with you, peace of the oceans too. Deep peace falling over you, God's peace growing in you. Beyond ideas of right and wrong doing, there is a field, singing field. I'll meet you there, I'll meet you there, I'll meet you there. Beyond ideas of right and wrong doing, there is a field, singing field. I'll meet you there, I'll meet you there, I'll meet you there. Beyond ideas of right and wrong doing, there is a field, singing field. I'll meet you there, I'll meet you there, I'll meet you there. beyond ideas of right and wrong doing. There is a field, a singing field. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. Pause here for a moment. This is a modern interpretation of Psalm 37. It's by Christine Robinson, the words are, and the music is by me. Evil may prosper, but don't you wallow in anger. Do what you can and let it go. Remember the long arc of the universe and how it bends towards justice. Set your feet upon that path, for it's true. Be still, wait for God to speak to your heart. Cherish your life, find your work, and love those around you. Hold your head up and teach your children. Stand with those who are honest and kind. Seek out the upright, make peace where you can, and trust in God. Let's go into a more formal time of quiet. We'll sing Be Still. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and be still. Be. 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 Be still and know that I am peace. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. I'm not going to read out the prayers today. I'm going to display them in the chat. So please be mindful of people's privacy as you add your prayers. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you. Deep peace of the child of peace to you. The moon and stars pour their healing light on you. La 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 la. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you. Child of peace to you. The moon and stars pour their healing light on you. La 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 la. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you. Deep peace of the child of peace to you. The moon and stars pour their healing light on you. La 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 la. Deep peace of the running deep peace of the flowing air to you, deep peace of the quiet earth to you, deep peace of the shining stars to you, deep peace of the sun of peace to you, and moon and stars pour their healing light on you. La 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 Into your heart, O God, we place our heart prayers, not as problems to be solved, but as a focus for your love. Into your heart, O God, we place our heart prayers. Thank you for being here. As always, in spirit of what I was saying earlier, please take what is useful from the things that I share and leave the rest. One last song. I didn't have time to choose it, so that means I'm going to ask you guys, what would you like as our closing song? You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Now, before I get to our closing prayer, which is by John Philip Newell, there's something else that I want to say, which is thank you to all of you who are on Patreon. Patreon makes up 50% of my income, and I am extremely grateful for that. It allows me to take on musical projects that may or may not have any money at the end, and pray with you all, even though I'm not part of a church and nobody's paying a pension or anything to me, except for you guys who are nurturing me every step of the way. So thank you for that. If you are part of Patreon, you will know that I did a concert recently. If you would like to see that and you're not part of Patreon, go over to my website. It's listed there. At the moment it's on the welcome page, but if you're watching this and it's later than the 8th of July, check out my concerts tab on my website. You'll find it there. Here is beautiful chant called The Glow. It's a prayer called The Glow of the Eternal by John Philip Newell. I'm going to change it to plural. In the temple of our inner being, in the temple of our body, in the temple of earth, sea, and sky, and the great temple of this universe, we look for the light that was in the beginning, the mighty fire that blazes still from the heart of life, glowing in the whiteness of the moon, glistening in the night stars, hidden in the black earth, concealed in unknown depths of our soul. In both the light and the shadow of our being, let us glimpse the glow of the eternal. Amen. So many prayers. See you next week. Stacey next week. Okay, bye. Most high, all-powerful, precious God, no spoken word can hold your name. Praise be to you who births all life, with all your creatures. Especially you, sir, brother, son, who is the day and is your light. The beauty so true to you. There you are, there you are. Praise be to you, my Lord, you are. Sister moon and the stars, bright, precious heaven, there you are, there you are. Praise be to you, my Lord, you are. Brother wind and the air, breath of spirit, there you are, there you are. Praise be to you, my Lord, you are. Sister water, gift of life, pure, essential, there you are, there you are. Praise be to you, my Lord, you are. Brother fire, friend through the night, strong and playful, there you are, there you are. Most high, all-powerful, precious God, through Mother Earth we see your face. You who govern all of life, sustain and nurture all that is. Sister death, first and last breath, the key unlocking